It could be.
Oh, hey. Happy Friday, fellow furniture dorks. I'm Teresa at Rafe Home Collection.
Hi, I'm Sue. I work with Rafe too. I got a mask on. Everybody should wear one.
Yes, they should.
Yes,
So, hey, again, it's Furniture Friday, and
Fab
Melissa
Furniture
is
Friday.
left us here again to run the asylum. So, girl,
We're gonna
we've
run it.
got some things happening today.
Let me come back over here.
Yes, so let me just explain to you. This is a piece that has been on the floor for a while. It definitely needed some zhuzh, and it was just kind of bland and boring. We're attacking a lot of different things and using a lot of different products today. I'm hoping we can get them all in to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. But that's the reason you see part of this painted, because we kind of wanted to get a jump start on things.
We were prepping today.
We were prepping. So this little piece is going to turn into a beautiful pink. What's the color? It is
Rose, tea rose.
Tea rose. It's Dixie Belle tea rose.
My gosh, it covers well.
It's, I mean, the piece was painted before, obviously, but one coat is super nice on this. We may need another coat. I don't know. Sue's going to tackle finishing the parts that need painting, but what our plan is, paint. And then we have these awesome decoupage tissue papers that we don't use a lot on our lives. Let you see that.
These are from Redesign by Prima.
And
It
look at your
might be a little bright.
And so what we're going to do.
And this one's called Flower Market. It's very pretty. It's got the little
They
French
say tissue
letters.
paper, but they feel like, almost like fabric. So
Oh, they're
here's
fabulous.
kind of give you an idea. So what we're planning on doing is decoupaging a couple of the drawers in front, which will be a nice little complementary color.
A nice little zhuzh.
With our pink, yes. But wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Hold on, I'm going to get all situated here. And we are also
look, we're
going to
organized,
use our Redesign molding material and our rubber molds. And we are going to make custom knobs for this. And I started by making one. Just take a regular wooden knob and make a little mold of a flower and glue it on. And so these will be all on the front and painted. So
It's going to be pretty.
Aggressive little thing to try and do here, but you know, it's a fun piece.
But it's fun. You can see our before side.
Exactly, that was Sue's idea. So we don't have any more pink pieces in the store because, strangely enough, everything in here that's been painted pink, pink's gone. So
Pink is hot.
it really is. So we thought it would be fun to do another piece of pink. So while she's kind of continuing on and finishing up painting, I'm just going to dry these drawers just to make sure that they're dry, and I'll show you the process to apply our tissue paper so that it'll be nice and pretty. We're going to use, as a Mod Podge material, we're going to use Dixie Belle's Gator Hide. It's their top coat. It's a super durable top coat. It is not only water resistant, it's water repellent. And I'm really just using it because it's a Dixie Belle product and we're using Dixie Belle paints today. So I'm going to treat this as a Mod Podge to show you how to apply the tissue paper. And of course, we are using our Moving On brushes because they keep themselves on them. So I'm going to just make sure that this is dry before I start on these two drawers. So here we go.
Should be dry. I did it like a half hour ago.
Really? No, you're all pretty good, actually. You're pretty good. All right, so it's Friday, y'all. Who's watching? What are y'all doing this weekend? You know what I'm going to ask. Any good dumpsters that I should know about? Let me know.
Best place to shop. Come on now.
I know.
Who's got the hidey holes here in Jacksonville?
I'm down to one piece that I'm almost done with, and then I need more stuff. So if you know of any places or if you have any pieces that you want to sell, I know a girl.
Anything but chairs for her.
Oh, I will fling myself in the bucket if I see another chair, at least for a week. All right, so I have actually pre-cut this tissue paper, which again, it's not going to rip on you. It's not typical tissue paper. It's almost like
It really is like
it's
silk.
just a nice fabric. I mean, it's intended for like drawer liners or actually to do what we're doing, which is to Mod Podge on here. So I'm using this and I'm just going to do the inset of the drawer. So it'll kind of look, it'll give it kind of a look like that. So in order to do this, if I remember correctly,
If you remember.
And I cut it a little bigger than the space that I'm gonna cover because once it's on there and the Mod Podge has dried, or the top coat in this case has dried, you can just take sandpaper and just kind of lightly sand around your crisp edge, and it'll just sand the rest of that off, and it'll give it a nice look. So I'm gonna get my gator hide, and I'm just gonna apply this with a chip brush. Just a cheap chip brush. You're not gonna see any of the brush strokes because I'm covering it up with my glue stuff. So again, I think it's just a matter of a good coating of your top coat, whatever top coat you're using. And
I'm sorry if anybody's commenting. The only one I'm watching right now is the Facebook feed.
yes.
The other one's way over here off to the side. I tell you, it's like a little maze around here.
It is, but we will definitely watch this on replay or look at the comments on replay and make sure that if there were any questions that we missed while we were live, we'll get them answered for you. So
And we'll try and remember to recap every so often for those who are coming in a little tardy today.
yes,
We appreciate you.
yes, we very much appreciate you. It's okay if you sleep in a little bit, or if you got stuff you're doing, it's okay.
People get busy.
They do. All right, so, and also, we're gonna have to top coat this whole piece too when we're done. So, I mean, Dixie Belle says it's not necessary to top coat. Doesn't mean there's a top coat built in or it doesn't. It just means they don't necessarily say it's necessary, but.
I'm sorry, but if it's something you think
We
someone's
top coat
gonna stick a
everything.
drink on, you better top coat
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna usually top coat everything, so. And because we covered over paint that was already existing, we really didn't need to prime.
Yeah. It was chalk painted before.
Yeah, it was beautiful coverage. So I've just got my Dixie Belle gator hide covered in this little center part. And I'm just gonna apply my little tissue paper, just close. It doesn't have to be spot on because once it's on, we'll just sand around the edges when it's dry to just kind of clean it up. All right, once it's on there, it's on there. So I usually, once it's on, start from the middle and press out.
Looks really good.
Yeah, that looks nice. And you can feel around where, you know, I want it to be cut off. So this, once this is down, I'm just gonna give it a chance to sort of settle. Yes, I love that. And I cut it pretty big. I'm just gonna get a little more Mod Podge underneath just to be sure. Because you got a Mod Podge underneath and then also on top. You just want to make sure this sticks on there and feels good. And again, it's been forever since I've used this, so I can go with the lightweight. Melissa's not on here to tell us yay or nay, but we're just winging it. Of all the ones she may not be watching, we've got molds, we've got tissue paper, we've got Dixie Belle tea rose.
We got it all going on
Yeah,
today.
so. All right, so there's one. I'm gonna let it sit while I do my other little baby drawer. And these are actually lined drawers already. I think, I didn't cut any for these, but I think I'll probably use the same pattern, which.
Yeah, I hope so, because one of the drawers is missing a liner.
Yeah, this is Flower Market is the tissue paper for this. So I'll probably cut those and line these drawers too. Yeah, another one that I have recut. Again, same process. I'm just gonna take my Dixie Belle gator hide and get a pretty good helping of it on there. It's just a little teeny drawer that I'm doing this on. And we're not gonna do it on the big one. We're just doing it on the two top ones and the ones on each side. Just, there's no real rhyme or reason.
Give them a little.
Give it a little zhuzh, a little extra.
I love the way this Dixie Belle is covering. So
Yeah,
far,
it's
one
beautiful.
coat is just been fantastic.
It's beautiful coverage. It really is. It's a great, great product. Okay. I said to Sue, we might not even make it an hour today. We are so prepared. We have things cut. We have things painted.
Got it all started going. I mean,
We are ready.
I didn't want to leave y'all hanging like, what the heck am I
know.
gonna do when it's
Are we
done?
watching them paint all that pink again? It's so boring. We wanted to show you some different techniques. And obviously there are hardware holes in these drawers. So once this is dried after we top coat again and you get it sanded and all where you want it, you would just go through here with like a screwdriver or a nail or something and just go through your hole. So, all right, that's those two. Are you done with that? Then I can dry, or you know what, hand me that little drawer.
Pink florals and all the zhuzh. She tried to spell zhuzh.
I was gonna say, that's a hard word. It's a hard word to spell. Let me have that little drawer, Miss Sue, and I can paint that one while you're doing that. Is this one just one coat?
That's just one coat.
Okay, thank you. Dip in. Yeah, this is the other drawer. It's kind of wonky, so we'll just put some of this line right here too. I think it'll be pretty. And I think these little knobs will be pretty. These 4 little knobs that I'll show you how to make. Once the glue dries, then you paint these and put them with it. Maybe a nice white or something to go with it. I don't know. We felt creative today.
Yeah.
All right, I only need
I
like
still
one.
like the idea of going with some gold.
Yeah, Miss Sue was looking up stuff, and pink and gold apparently go together. I picture silver with pink, but it does. It goes really nice. All right, I can get rid of pink there.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get this. Yeah, this is super nice coverage. And again, this color is tea rose. We wanted something not bubble gummy, but
Definitely a nice
just
pink,
kind
a
of
nice soft.
yeah, like a pastel-y, like a neutral pink, if that's a thing. Just something not so specific. It's really just kind of creamy and
Not one of those hit you in the face pink.
yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't know.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, for furniture, sometimes that's so specific. And this piece was just something we thought we would do fun because it's been sitting here a while. It's not like we spent any money on buying the piece to do anything. It's already been.
This was from our staging, right?
It was from staging. Yeah, Melissa had the guys bring it in months ago.
Because oddly enough, I do not recognize it.
No? Well, guess what? You're not going to recognize it at all when we're done.
I really won't.
It's just pretty. Yeah, I don't need any more than one coverage of this color on here. It's
I'm
just
telling you, it's covering wonderful.
freaking sweet, man. All right. And we could also too, and we may do this, just to stress over all the piece a little bit, like maybe just around the edges. I don't know, we'll see.
It's your call.
We shall see. All right, so now I'm gonna dry this paint because I know this isn't dry because I just did it. And again, you want to be careful with these hot guns. They are not like a blow dryer. They will melt your face off. So
They will melt somebody's face off.
please be careful.
3rd-degree burns, man.
Rio and I have been branded for life. And honestly, I'm not super concerned. I mean, obviously we want good coverage, but on these drawers in particular, we're covering these middle points with tissue paper anyway. Aren't they pretty?
Yes.
And look at my knobs. Wait, here, Heather.
Yeah.
I haven't made them all.
Stop.
I know.
Oh my God.
They were
Heather approved.
They are Heather approved.
What kind of a big deal? Saying. All right, let me get this all guy dry.
Poor Heather, she's been working on the big giant king-size monster.
Oh my gosh, we have got a king-size bed over there that will knock your freaking socks off. I guess the guys used it in staging like a couple times, twice or something, and realized, yeah, no, it's a statement piece for sure. It's stunning.
It's a bit much.
The ladies are painting it a nice matte Dixie Belle caviar black. So I am excited to see how that turns out. I'm not painting that because I can't reach the top. Seriously.
Many people can reach.
You're like, you need a step ladder. Even a tall person will need a step ladder to get on that. All right, so that's I'm gonna let that just sit for a second. I want to just look at this other drawer. Sure, another quick coat doesn't need to go on. Oh, I think so. Look at me too. I told you.
It looks like a little cupcake.
I know. I keep pushing them down because I
Bites.
want to make sure that they adhere pretty good. I mean, the glue obviously is using out a little bit. You don't want to press too hard because then you'll mess up your detail, but I just want them to get on there enough. So once these all dry, then we'll paint them, like I said, white or, I don't know, a deep dark purple or
Paint them.
oh,
Yeah,
twilight geranium
Oh,
fusion would be nice.
Yeah.
Pull out that maybe. I don't know. Of all the shows Melissa is not watching, all the products.
Oh, and you're.
All the products. Yes. Yes, the nerve of that little lady. Ah, she's gonna hear about it. Oh, she's the boss. She can do what she wants. I got nothing to say. I get to paint all day, so I'm really not. I really have no reason to complain whatsoever. That's all I know. I have no reason whatsoever to complain. It was wonderful. It was fabulous. All right, let's try some more. A little bit more noise. How you doing over there, Miss Sue?
I'm a painting away.
All right. I'm gonna give this a little bit of dry so we can decoupage on top. And again, I mean, you could actually use Mod Podge, you know, if you had it. I mean, it's just the whole point is to just get it to attach. So, Anna, I have a question. What? So I cut these obviously a little longer than need be. So
Yeah.
they're Mod Podged on there right now. When I top coat over top, do I go to the ends or just kind of feel where it is and just go wherever
Yeah,
more or less?
go all the way over it.
Like where it's down and attached? Or you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, just to the edge of the
Of where-
drawer side.
okay.
And when that hardens up, then you can take sandpaper to take the extra off.
okay, gotcha. All right. Yes, this would be beautiful for, I mean, frankly, it's not, pink isn't just for little girls' rooms, I don't think. If you've got a place for this, I mean, it's a, yeah, it's beautiful for a guest room or even a little statement piece in a, because it's not, is it a dresser? Or is it a sideboard? Yeah, it looks like, because it's got this little area in here, which leads me to believe it could be like a little desk or.
Well, it should be a desk because you can't sit under it.
No, that's true, that's true.
But maybe like
Sideboard.
a small sideboard
Yeah.
for a small dining room.
Just a neat accent piece, because again, it's not a crazy bubblegum pink, it's just a nice muted pink, and then just this little decor with the tissue paper really adds some pizzazz.
Oh, you want to heat with that thing.
I know. I'm a hot box anyway, so I need extra heat. Yeah, so we had the AC guy come in yesterday or the day before, just as a random check for the AC. And we're always complaining that it's hot in here. It's really not. We have the temperature set to like 72, but we're just
We're all a bunch of menopause.
we are. We're hot to trot over here. So that, and we're moving around a lot. You know, this is not the typical retail stand behind the register and, you know, bring folks up. We are moving constantly, which is awesome, which is what makes it fun. But anyway, yeah, yeah. That would be awesome, but that's not what happens here at Rave. That is true. We actually are hiring. So if you are a creative and are interested in coming to hang out in the Mayhem, come on in, give us a resume, contact Anna at the store.
More in the Mayhem.
Yeah, we love Mayhem, and you have to be able to handle Mayhem. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That and you have to be creative, and you have to work weekends and holidays and evenings. Anyway, but not all of them, so you know you're good. I forgot totally what I was going with here. Oh yeah, the AC guy came in. So especially back in my area where I paint in that whole office area, it's just warm back there, even though it's set to 72.
Usually that's the cooler area too.
And you could feel it, like, especially that day, we would open the door and it felt like Heather said, like you were walking into an armpit. It was just so hot and so sweaty. So he came in and he was checking, just random checking. And he came over to us, he's like, so do you guys intentionally have this set to 99, the thermostat? I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I said, I don't understand the words coming out of your face. Come show me. So he walked me over to the thermostat, and that sucker was set to 99. Apparently, there was a piece of board leaning up on the thermostat, and it just decided to read on it, fry us out. So yeah, it was 99. It was set to 99. It wasn't 99 back there. But it freaking felt like it. So I think we hugged him big and said, thank you for saving our lives. And then he left. And everything was fine after that. But yeah, 99. Can you imagine how that got up that far? And we were all like dying, going, why is it so hot in here?
I know what you're saying. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it just felt sticky and disgusto.
Trying to get you working on the armpit of the company.
Oh, man. So yeah, so that won't always happen if you come here to work for us. But seriously, think about it. If you are interested, it would be part-time hours, 20 to 25 hours a week, I would guess. Some holiday time frame, especially now, we kind of need that. Definitely some weekends, Saturday and Sunday, some evenings, but right now the latest we're open is Saturday until 6. So, you know, just something fun. Just if you're interested, like in all seriousness, let us know. It would be fun.
Info at Raycom Collections, that's right.
Do what now?
I said info at Raycom.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, if you have a resume together, you would just send it to our general population email, which is the info@raycomcollection.com. And management here will get that and review. I mean, imagine getting paid to have fun.
And learning how to paint.
And learning.
You don't know it, we'll teach you.
That's true, although obviously we'll teach you, but this job would not just be to sit around and learn. You have to do. You need to sell, you need to do, you need to move things. We're gonna work here a little bit, but it's gonna be a fun work. You're gonna know at the end of the day that you worked. Maybe you can come in and do these lives instead of me. Because there's nothing worse than sitting in front of a camera. I hate it. It's so awkward. I'm so awkward.
You love it.
Dang, Anna heard that too. She's not gonna let me not do it. Crap. Oh well. Sue, that looks wonderful.
Pretty much.
Very nice. All right, so I've got my, I don't want to take my time doing this. I should probably just stop talking and get this crap done. All right, so this is on here. I'm gonna put my last one on, and then I'm gonna go over all of them with the top coat too, just to get them sealed. All right, should use glasses for the last one. All right, let's just.
I'm gonna get you some contact.
Wing it. I'm not, yeah, but I'm not that blind. Like, I don't need contacts. I just need reading. I just need glasses to see. I mean, I don't need contacts. I need them for every single thing. Do you? I don't know what that would be like. All right, so that is on there. So all 4 of these are on. So now I'm going to take my top coat and go over the top of each of these. And I'm going to start with the ones that I did first, so they're a little bit dry already. And I'm literally just going to apply this over top, just like you would a Mod Podge. Get that on there good. And again, it's over top of the little square that I want to cover, but when this does dry completely, I'll take sandpaper or even the sander actually, because I want to do a little distressing with a really light grit sandpaper and just sand off all of my excess.
That was hilarious.
There's this.
I'm doing pretty good so far. I haven't sat in it.
That's good. Yeah, you don't. One thing you don't want to sit in yoga pants is Wise Owl.
The primer?
The primer. Yeah, yeah.
That's not a good thing to sit in.
At the risk of not keeping this a PG-13 show, let me just tell you that's not recommended.
All right, what am I missing?
You're never going to feel the same again. Okay, I'll stop now. What are you missing? Do you have all your legs?
I think I got all my legs.
Okay.
Should I do a second coat on the bottom drawer since we're not covering it?
Yeah, that way we can make that super good and covered because that's not going to have any tissue paper
We're
on it.
gonna fill in these holes since we're not gonna cover them with a large.
Yeah, that's true. We're just going to have the one little,
Let me do a quick little patch on that
we're
one.
going to have the one little knob here on each side. They're going to look so cute. So excited.
Oh boy, Melissa says hello.
Hi, Melissa. Oh, let me just recap. Let's recap on what we're doing today. I'm going to sit down. I am sitting down. So,
Sit down.
this was the piece that was icky, beigey, taupey, yucky, gray, whatever. And then the drawers, yeah, and the drawers were blue. So, we went with pink, tea rose pink tea rose in Dixie Belle. The top 2 drawers and these little drawers, we are using our tissue paper to make little insets. But wait, there's more. We are also using our, what is this called? Molding material by Redesign, our clay in our molds. We're making hardware. We're all right there,
today.
glued on the wood. They're going to be painted when they're all dry. I'm going to show them how to do these. I just did a couple. So, I don't know. How proud of you, of us, or you? We're proud. We're pretty proud. Plus, we had things prepped before we went. This is awesome. All right, so I'm putting one coat on here to cover this up.
Oh, and a big order Dixie Belle was came in.
And yeah, a big
Dixie
thing of Dixie
Belle.
Belle just came in. So Jake's down there checking it all in.
Anybody's looking for pink?
Yep, we have, I think there's a couple of new colors. There's a couple of colors that I don't know that I've seen before.
Yeah, and stencils, Heather, Dixie Belle.
Are they the holders or do we have stencils? Because there's holders down there that were the tubes.
I don't have an actually.
Oh, yeah, we think we might have gotten stencils. At the very least, we got stencil holders, which y'all probably don't care about, but, so yeah, come on in.
Holder.
It's like a long metal piece with like little clips that go down.
Oh, for like hanging them up and keeping them safe?
Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's
like a little hanging system.
exactly.
Sweet.
Pretty awesome. All right, so there's this, 2 down.
Melissa says, yay, Dixie Belle is in stock.
Really, she's not, doesn't have a thing to say about how awesomely creative we're being.
How wonderfully organized and how we're covering everything.
I already
Such a
lost one
beautiful
of the 2
piece.
drawers. Did you take one of the 2 drawers? Oh, it's back there behind me. Good Lord. Okay, so what are you doing? You're gonna, oh, you're plugging some holes there because we're not gonna use the same hardware that came off of this piece. We are being fancy. We're being extra. Being a little extra.
Hi, how are you ladies?
The store is popping today, so we
Oh, wow.
are,
We do have people out there.
we do.
Elaine's out there. Hello, just joining.
Hello,
What are y'all working
hello.
on? I think we just covered that. So I think you're good there.
Thank you for watching, everyone. We appreciate
Neat
it.
furniture pieces. Alex Post, we want those. Come on there. Let's get those painted.
Which one?
Cool, she got some Queen Anne pieces.
Oh,
We like those.
yeah.
Yeah, fancy.
Definitely like those. All right.
Well, welcome everybody once again.
Do you need the hot gun? Is that gonna matter?
I don't think that's gonna matter.
Okay.
I just,
Okay. So I'll just finish up on
I did it very lightly, so it's just a matter of quick dry.
Okay. All right, so again, wait, am I doing this top coat to where it's gonna seal this on to the part that I don't even want it on because I'll be sanding and that comes off then? Like right now I'm doing it where,
As I said, don't seal it to the other section.
no, I didn't, that's what I mean, so I don't do that, just seal it around. Okay. All right, I'm good. Haven't used this in a while, so.
I don't know.
Make sure.
I don't know this product.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. All right, so there is one coat, and I'll do a couple of coats. Just we want to make sure that's good and on there because whenever we do sand it around it to give it the look that we're going for, we want to make sure that more of it doesn't come off than we want coming off. And I don't know if we can actually dry this with a hot gun, if that's the right way to do this, or if that would possibly melt this tissue paper. I don't want to do that.
Good question.
Yeah, so I don't know that I'm
I've
gonna.
heard somewhere that things melt and
Yeah.
these ones.
Melt. And this feels like it's got a little bit of a, I don't know.
Like a
plasticky-
nylon kind of.
Nylon, yeah, yeah. So I'm just gonna put one more coat on each of these, just to make sure it's good. and
Anna would
on
know
there.
if they melt under the heat gun.
Yeah, we can't like, we gotta let these dry on their own, right? You can't heat them, these don't melt.
I would.
All right,
It's
at least
not recommended.
Don't rush them.
I just don't want to melt anything. And that's all right, you'll get an idea of what this looks like whenever.
Yeah, those tissues have like a really, really, really thin like wire mesh to them. They're like the.
They feel
thinnest
meshy like
screen.
nylon.
Yeah, it's like a really, really, really thin screen, so.
Okay. So you won't see the completely finished, but I mean, this gives you an idea of what we're going for. Once this top coat dries completely, that's when we're gonna sand this down to where it's gonna look nice and even around. It'll be pretty, yes, it will. And we can actually show you, I'll show you how to make a couple of these knobs because we won't be able to paint the knobs either. Because we wanna make sure they
Those
dry.
need to dry. And it being the modeling material, they'll have a little bit of crackle in them.
They should have a little bit, yep, which is fine. I mean, we don't want it to be super perfect, so a little bit of cracking is gonna be okay with us.
I mean, that's an old piece.
It is. We're gonna bring it back to life, but still make it feel like it's from olden times.
I love looking at the way they made furniture back in the
I
day.
know, and the back of this, I love the slatted back.
Yeah.
That's my
I was
favorite.
debating about whether or not it should be painted back there, because it's never been painted in the back.
I know, but I like it.
But I like seeing it.
I like it too,
You guys like
especially
seeing it in the back?
especially the slatted backs I like.
mean,
I
it's
also like a piece that you can float and
That's true,
see,
too.
and you know it'll be really pretty. is if you painted the back like
A wild color.
deep purple, like Twilight Geranium or something, that still goes with this. Just
That could be
saying.
interesting. See, now you're getting all creative.
I don't know what it is. All this pink and purple. It's making me feel a little extra sassy. All right, so I'm putting this right there. I'm just get one more coat of this because you just want to make sure this is down really good. Ugh. Yeah, and it's gator hide, so again, it's
All right, that's good ribbon.
water and stain resistant, water repellent, in fact, this particular. So I feel like this is a really good, solid top coat. And like I said, you could Mod Podge just like you would normally Mod Podge, use Mod Podge, or Mod Podge. But we don't sell Mod Podge here. We sell Dixie Belle, so this is what we want you to use. It doesn't really matter.
I'm trying to think which product it is where they would take either sand it, or some people will like take a lighter or something and they burn the edges to give it that really
That
rustic.
old look, yep.
I'd be afraid to do that because
Knowing me, this would like light up just like that, yeah.
then firemen will come back.
I think I did ask to do that before, and Melissa gave me a look like, yeah, no, probably not your smartest spot. So,
Painted this with Dixie
all
Belle.
right,
And now
so
the
that is on there. Oh, we have in-studio audience members. Hi, ladies.
Hi. So
There is
so
that
you
one.
have
I'll
that
put the last coat on there. This one, and again, it's just to make sure that that's down.
mold.
And then we're gonna just give this its proper time to dry so that when we do sand it, everything comes up that we want and nothing comes up that we don't want.
Teresa, can you
Ma'am.
show the knob mold again?
Oh, yes. So we have ladies here in the audience, so I'm just gonna explain this to them. We have a molding clay that we sell. It's a redesigned molding clay. And we also have these awesome rubber molds. And so we have just taken some of this clay and found a flower that would suit this. And we have regular just wood knobs that you can get anywhere and some wood glue and just attach them. And so once this totally dries, we'll paint this all one color and it'll look just like one solid little knob. Fancy, pretty fancy.
All right, let's try and get down and see what you're doing
Okay.
over there.
So here we go. Just get this last little coat. I love this tea rose. I don't think we've used this tea rose before. I really dig this. So that's
Just enough roses on the piece without going too crazy.
yeah, and I think it would have been too much to put it on this drawer
Yeah, I think
too.
so too.
And this is just enough of a highlight.
But again, I still keep thinking about the whole gold around the edges.
I mean, we don't have any gold wax. I was gonna say, we could even get gold wax with our fingers and just run it along if you wanted to. But we can always do that after the fact since we don't have any gold.
You guys like that idea?
And we have a new order of Dixie Belle in, and I think she has some gilding waxes coming in. So we might very well be able to do that this soon. All right, so these are,
Echo or a background noise, hard to understand what you're saying.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, now we've got Sue all discombobulated because she's our tech lady. All right, so there's our drawers. They are done. I'm just gonna move some things around because I want to show you how I'm doing these knobs. Right here. I'm trying to do this without
We starting early, I think I kind of got mine done.
I know.
If you like just the one, then you go.
I'm gonna move my work table right here.
Yeah, I could do that purple coat on the back, if that's something we want to do.
I think it would look cool. That way this whole piece would, I mean, it's totally your call. It's up to you. Whatever you feel, Miss Sue. It doesn't matter to me. Okay,
It
so
would be like a surprise pop.
it would be.
Who doesn't like a surprise pop?
We are going with this particular set of molds. These are, is that what this is called? Etrusion accents? Is that what this one is?
Etruscan, yeah.
The Etruscan? Oh, I can't. Yeah, glasses would help. Anyway, Etruscan molds. What does Etruscan mean? Okay, same here. Okay, so the one we chose was this little guy here because it just looked like it had nice detail. So let me just show you what we did.
Kind of a flower, kind of like the little cabbage roses that we have.
Right? Get my glue. I just took a little bit of the Type Bond wood glue, which is what we use.
Type Bond 2.
Often Type Bond 2, gotcha. And regular wooden knobs that you can literally get anywhere. And a lot of times if you buy a piece, we take these off and put other hardware on. So I always have these hanging around. I've got my Redesign by Prima molding material. It comes in a 2-pound container.
These are fun. We've got a lot of molds with these, like the little the mermaid molds.
Yes.
In there when you're doing the resin.
Exactly. So because these are so little, I'm just going to get a little dollop here. And from what Melissa showed me to do, you just kind of want to roll it into a ball like you used to do in the olden days of Play-Doh. Flatten it out a little bit, and then we're just going to press it right into our, is that the one I used? Which one did I use? Yeah. I'm going to press it right into our mold.
I'm gonna go and run and get what was the color you wanted?
Twilight Geranium.
Twilight Geranium.
I don't know if there's any back there. I'm almost certain we're going to have to pull it from stock.
All right.
Okay, and so as far as these molds, you just want to press this in, and it's kind of hard to see, but then I'm just taking my thumb and just kind of pressing out the excess. And you really should do this on, I don't know if you can see, I think you can see. So I'm just pushing off excess so that the mold shape is in there, and I'm just getting everything out of the edges. Just kind of giving it, it's Fusion. Where's mine? There we go. Okay, so, and to take these out, you simply upside down and press from the center, and they pop. There we go. If you can see that. You know what? I don't know if I can get to you. I don't know if I can get to you. There it is. So I need, there gonna be 2 of these. I need 4 more. So here's one of them. And they're super, super simple. Let me make these up real quick, and then I'll show you how to attach them to your hardware. And again, it's super easy. Like easier than I ever gave it credit for. Because I was told, Melissa, I'm just not into the molds. I don't know. How do I forget which one it is again? There it is. All right, so again, just press it in there, get it good and full. And just start taking your thumb and just press it out, any excess out, and it's gonna settle your clay that's left into your mold, so you have a nice non-distorted shape. You want to get as much detail from that mold as you can. Okay, same thing. Pop. It should come out relatively quickly. Open it along a little bit. There's 2. Just need 2 more. And like with everything else here, we're going to need things to dry before we finish them. But at least we're giving you the techniques of what to do. And I promise you, you're going to get a final result picture whenever this is completely done. All right, so
Sounds really that weird, huh?
is it still bad?
Well, she said she's gonna watch the replay because the sound is being weird.
No.
I looked up to the internet directly.
What else it would be? I don't think the internet can handle our creativity today, Miss Sue.
Maybe that's it. We're just taking
It's just too much for them. We are too much for people today.
This is like a specialty color.
I know.
Lisa Marie Holmes limited collection.
I love it. I have a piece here that I painted in that still hasn't sold. But it's because I think I got a little crazy with, I used a decoupage technique, but I used wrapping paper.
Okay.
But I put it on the top too of the piece. It's just a small 2-drawer chest. It was fun to do.
An idea of that color. I can't tell.
Gorgeous. It really is a pretty color.
Really good dark.
And this, she's just doing it on the back. I mean, if we even got super fancy,
Oh boy.
which may not be for the live, maybe after, you could almost do that on the sides of the drawers too. To clean up.
Ooh. I was looking at the sides of the drawers thinking to be pretty.
It would be nice. This just might be our best creation ever.
Crazy year.
I know. All right, last one, and then I'll show you how we turn this little bit of mold into hardware. And we have all kinds of molds, all shapes and sizes, all different things. I know Melissa has done mermaid hardware. We have a mermaid mold where you actually will put like the hardware itself, press it into the mermaid shaped form. Why I can't talk today. I can't speak.
Because I put you in charge of talking.
I know. I'm about halfway through. I'm tired of hearing myself, so I can't imagine what y'all are doing. Anyway. All right. So I got 4 of these done. All right. Here's my knob. So again, 4 little flowers. And all you have to do to attach these is get the Type-on-2 wood glue, is what we use, and just put it on the back like you're buttering a biscuit.
Butter and biscuits
Put it
today.
all around it, make sure it's good and covered.
Man, I didn't have words yet.
Oh, you did. All the way around, just a full coat. And these are soft yet because it's clay. So you want to just put it right where you want it on the middle of the knob and then just give it a light press. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to distort your detail of your flower. But just enough where it'll set a little bit.
Don't squish it.
Yeah, don't squish it. Make sure it's centered on there and then just let it go. Let it dry in its own time. And because this is this molding clay, it will crackle potentially as it dries. If it does, no harm, no foul. I think it's just going to add to the aged look. See, I'm so excited to see that when you're done.
It looks like they must have had a mirror or something. There's like little holes in the back for like a mirror.
Is there?
So it's definitely a dressing table.
Okay, yeah. We were trying to figure out what this piece actually was at one point. So again, putting that right on top, giving it a little press down and a little form. Just to kind of shape it almost to completely go over the knob, but not to the point where you're smushing your petals. And glue is going to ooze. It's okay. Before you paint these, maybe you give it a light sand overall just to get rid of like the lumpy parts. And then when you paint it, it's going to come together as one piece of hardware. So there's that. Again, just press and set. 2 more to go, and this will be done. Butter another little flour biscuit here. This is the fun part. All right. Just a light press. I do this with no glasses, so I surely hope I'm not just pressing flat clay onto this. I don't think I am.
I need to look at those things and see if you're
I don't know, maybe.
Who's pushing your biscuit?
I see some lines, so I think we're good. And one final one. And these I would let set overnight. So in fact, when I come in on Monday, this will totally obviously be ready, and we can finish by getting these ready to paint and then sanding all of this so that we can paint, or so that we can make that look even, and then we'll just have to top coat the entire piece, which we can actually top coat the rest of this now. There is this last one. This is just a cool way to you know, to zhuzh up a piece that's just been sitting around. And it was fun to be able to use products that we don't necessarily always, you know, use on here. So this was a nice way to get some molds in and to get that tissue paper in, which I forget how much I love that. You can literally do anything with that. I've seen you can line drawers. You can put that on the sides of drawers if you want. You can do it on the front like this. You can Mod Podge the whole dang thing if you want it. The size though, and that's another reason that we kind of were just careful, because I didn't want to piece these together to try and do this big drawer. I just didn't think it would look right. But this particular one comes, it's 19 by 30, so it's 19 wide and 30 long. So it was plenty. Yeah, it's 2 sheets per.
Yeah, it's 2 sheets and they line up. So if you wanted to do them as one whole.
Right. And that's kind of all there is to the clay. It comes in a container, a tub like this. So any little extra bits we always save in a Ziploc bag, because you can always press them and remold them. But like anything, clay can dry out if you're not careful. So you just always want to keep it in airtight Stick it in that little bag, put it back in. Again, it's a 2-pound container. Sell it here for $24.99. It's on air dry.
Yeah, the grown-up version of Play-Doh.
Exactly. It doesn't really smell like it though, like the older stuff.
And again, I haven't tasted it yet, but
Yeah. Leave it to you, Miss Sue. All right, so there's that and that. All right, let me move my little table out of the way. What do you need me to do now?
come on, y'all have tasted Play-Doh before, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's not though.
It's money to fix that camera, do that over there.
Oh yeah, let me just see where we're at. All right. Okay, this is gonna get weird now. All right, so there is Sue. I guess you can see us there. Should I take them back? Dare I walk with this to see if I can show them the back?
I don't have it, I can push it forward, so I've got room for it.
You know what? I'm not even gonna mess with that. I'm afraid. We could take it and spin it around and show them the back. You want to do that? We got it on sliders. Let's do that so we can show them what we're looking at. Keeping in mind, we're trying to kind of highlight. Oh, you know what? Where's the light on this? You can't really see. Where is the light on this thing? I don't know. Trust me when I say that is. All right. I don't know.
Look at how pretty that color
Oh, that's nice.
is. See how neat that back is?
I know. I love those nice slided backs. See, that's just going to be a nice little pull from this.
Yeah.
Just to give it a little extra. So those are going to sit like that. Those are drying. Do you want me to? I mean, I can start drying the top and then we can top of it.
It's a little slick, so it's.
I'm going to do some quick drying here.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Get rid of the old musty smell of pieces of furniture.
So there's a couple things you can do. Folks, we have somebody in here asking a question, so I'm just going to answer this. How to get rid of a musty smell in an old piece of furniture. You're okay. You're a live in-studio audience member, girl. Don't hurt the whole face. You're good. So I use dryer sheets. I know that has worked. I just set them like inside the drawer holes and the drawers themselves. You can clean with our Dixie Belle brand White Lightning. That tends to help. It's a powder, a granulated powder that you can.
Best thing ever. Best thing ever.
What? Oh, Sue's got an answer for you.
Best thing ever. Hard to be unmasking.
Well, this I gotta see. Apparently there's
Oh,
a.
I know.
Oh, and Miss Sue loves her.
I love these things.
Yeah, we sell Wise Owl brand.
Open them through back?
Yeah,
Oh,
everything's back there. We sell a Wise Owl brand salve, furniture salve, and there's different scents. There's a tobacco flower, a lemon something, and it acts kind of, I mean, you can wipe the whole piece down, the wood down, so it actually enriches the wood and also takes away crap smell and just gives it a nice smell. But I usually will also spray like white vinegar and water mixture with a little bit of Dawn dish detergent, you know, just to kind of wipe it out. But as far as the smell, dryer sheets and definitely the salve has worked. You flew back there. She is quick.
So if I can whack, it's got a wonderful scent. This one's called Foxtrot.
Yeah.
Oh, that was our more masculine scent.
Yeah, I like the tobacco flower myself. It just reminds me of like, and it's not as strong as that once it's on the furniture because it's blended in and it's more mellow. But
It's like a furniture protectant, so it's gonna feed your wood, so it's gonna soak in, and then you'll have that scent.
okay.
And it's wonderful. So I'd like to put it in drawers when I'm painting.
Yeah. Sue,
You're very welcome.
you can usually tell when Sue is painted because we get the smell of some kind of a Wise Owl furniture salve.
I love it.
It is. It's nice.
You're very welcome. Yes.
All right. How are we doing on time, by the way?
Good
And
question.
you know what we should do?
It is 2:49.
Okay. When we're done painting the back, then let's flip it back around again. I don't think I'm going to top coat this right now because I'm going to wait till everything's done and top coat it all together. So once the back is done, then we'll flip it and then at least push these drawers in, like the whole piece, and see what it's gonna look like once it's all sanded around. Do you want me to tag team help you get it?
Yeah, you got a brush?
I do. I'm just gonna give this a little bit so I can put my fluffy butt down.
Right there.
What happened here?
Oh, we missed the inside. I missed the inside. I got this side and the other side. I
Just missed the inside. I love these slats.
This is why we flip things around, so we can see where we've been.
That is true. And honestly, I think we will do a little light distress on this, maybe. And if we do, it'd be nice, it'll kind of blend in the corners that where the pink and the purple have met, but I don't know, you did a really nice job, and the coverage is really nice and
The
smooth
coverage
on
has been
this.
excellent.
Yeah.
Now with the fusion right now, it's totally a different texture than the other.
For sure.
It's definitely a little thinner in my opinion.
It is, Fusion is, and Fusion is our mineral-based paint. So this is not a chalk paint, this is a mineral-based, I think it's a,
Really? I think it probably is a different type.
yeah. And it's water and stain resistant. It's really good for, I mean, we picked it because of the color, but it's actually really good for like kitchen cabinet refinishes, bathroom cabinets, like tabletops, desktops, things with high traffic, because it is a really good sturdy paint and it's difficult to distress for that reason. So
It's got the built-in top coat, so it's sturdy.
yeah, but you know, despite that, we usually do still seal it just because you always want that extra. Are you going down that? So we'll do the back purple, you think?
I'll do the back purple.
Okay.
Should I do the back inside purple too?
You know
Or just
what?
the back?
Let's do the back inside.
Since I missed it,
Might as well. Let's just do the back inside.
Get
That way that's
crazy.
done. It's our show. We can do what we
it'll be
want.
a peekaboo purple when you're looking at it.
There we go. And we'll just be careful not to go over the other side. We are full of color. We are fancy, Miss Sue. What are y'all thinking of this? Was it a good idea to paint the back? And it looks really subtle, especially against the wood color that we're painting, but I mean, in person, you really can't tell that it's a beautiful color.
I like it.
I do too, and I do think we might do the sides of the drawers.
Very clean. Yeah, I think the sides of the drawers will look good.
It'll pull everything together. These Klingon brushes hold a lot of water, so you always have to remember to really get them wrung out the best you can. I mean, a lot of paint likes that. Fusion, I feel, doesn't like it very
Fusion,
much.
not so much.
Yeah, so we just wanna,
Fusion doesn't have the mineral paint stuff in there.
yeah.
Likes.
I don't know why I started this and put it there, but
I
it's
got a little bit on the outside here, so
That's
yeah,
all
I
right.
would definitely
a
distress.
little bit of distress, it'll blend that right in. No biggie at all. All right, I got my sides. What are y'all thinking here so far? In a minute, we're gonna spin this around and show you our vision, minus the hardware because it's in the process of being dried.
Oh my gosh. All those mirrors that we have. We need to do a mirror with the purple and a little bit of pink so we can have something to hang
Put
above
over
it.
top of it. That would be, and
Since it's
maybe,
missing a mirror,
that's true.
I'm a genius. What can I say?
I
I'm a
mean,
genius.
that's kind of a big deal. Hi, baby.
Hi.
So, all right, let's give it a spin and show the folks the front, and then I'll put the drawers in. And again, they're not done. They need to dry so we can sand them and get the look that we're going for. Touch all of it. You can see that. You can. All right.
One of those drawers fits better on one side versus
I
the
think
other.
this was that one.
A little tight squeeze on one side. Well, it was yeah, it was
That one, yeah.
handmade furniture. What do you expect?
Mhm.
Oh,
There we go. All right, so I'm not going in all the way, obviously, but that's kind of that. And
I love
then,
it.
does it matter with these?
I don't know.
This one was on this side, actually. There's no, this is so old that there's no, like, drawer tracks or anything. Okay. Again, that's still wet, so I'm not gonna first of all go in. Okay, I gotta step back and look.
Look at how gorgeous that is.
We could be genius. I'm just saying, we could actually be geniuses.
Are we awesome or what?
Now, hang on. These are going to be that twilight geranium also.
Yes, they will be.
Look at our little hardware. I don't know. How does this light turn off, Miss Sue? I feel like we can't see the
Hang
detail.
on, we do this detail that way.
All right. So this was just our little wood knob. And we have put, there we go, our clay mold on top. So when this dries completely, you can see the glue there. It's totally fine. When this dries completely, I'm going to paint all of this, probably that twilight geranium.
I think that'll look really nice.
Yeah. And then these will go. We are geniuses.
This is awesome.
Has been fantastic. I wish we could finish this whole thing, but to do this proper and to make these techniques work, you really need to legit let this stuff dry.
All right, let's take a look. So we're actually kind of standing. Hi.
Hi.
I think it's beautiful.
I love it. And then we've got the little surprise pop of Twilight in the back. And what do y'all think? Comment if you feel like the sides of the drawers.
Oh, definitely. No, we don't even need your comment. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Doing it.
It'll blend all that blue and everything too. So, all right, we've got our hardware drying. We've got our paint drying. We have our tissue paper drying.
I think we did good today, guys.
I think we did really well. And I think awesome job on the prep.
Talk about a furniture makeover. This
Yeah.
is gorgeous.
And this is all products that are available here at Rave Home Collection. And you can also get them on our website at
when you
ravehomcollection.com.
sand the drawers and get the excess off, we'll make sure she records it so that we can
Okay.
at least add that into the thing as to how you did it.
That's a wonderful idea.
And then
That'll probably be Monday morning. I'll do that, get it all sanded, and then we can post that and show you. And this piece will be ready for the floor, off the weekend. So that's why I'm saying unless Melissa comes in and decides she wants to finish it up, she's welcome to. But otherwise, I think drawer sides, sanding, poke the holes, paint our hardware, reattach. What do you think, kids? I love it.
I think we did good.
I think it's beautiful. So again, all these products that you've seen, we have here at the store at Rave Home Collection, or you can get them on our website, ravehomecollection.com. We appreciate y'all's support so much. If it weren't for you all, we wouldn't be here. So we can't say enough about it.
We would anyway, because,
I mean, we'd be here. There'd just be nothing
we'll be
going
talking to
on, so-
crickets. It's no big
Yeah,
deal.
that's no big deal. But thank you very much for joining us. We will be back Monday. Miss Melissa Luhu will be here Monday as well. So her and I will do our makeover Monday. That's about
Pretty
it.
darn good.
It's been wonderful, Miss Seo. Thank you for joining me.
Well, I had fun this week.
It was fun. And you guys come into the store. There's so many changes happening. We've got more floor space. We've got a lot going on.
I've been swapping things around.
And don't forget, we're hiring. info@ravehomecollection.com. If you're a creative that loves working weekends and evenings, but only a little bit of them, and loves mayhem, this is the place for you.
They have those.
All right, folks, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you Monday, and we'll post pictures of this when we're done.
We're going to see if I can figure out how to turn everything off. Bye, everybody.